Hey y'all, I'm Sadaria, the producer behind the Sankofa Sisters podcast. I'm 47, soon to be 48 in February, a mama of 4, and a proud grandma of 3. Born and raised in Florida, so you already know I come with sunshine, storms, and a whole lot of resilience. I created this space because I believe Black women deserve a temple, a place to breathe, to heal, to laugh, to tell the truth, and to be held without judgment. I've lived enough life to know that our stories matter, our voices matter, and our growth matters. So whether you're a mama, a grandma, a single woman, a healing woman, or a woman still figuring it out, you're welcome here. This podcast is for us, by us, and rooted in everything we've survived and everything we're becoming. I'm honored to produce this show, to support these 3 powerful young women, Shaw, Eleanor, and Brooklyn, and to help build a community where Black women can rise together. Welcome to the Sankofa Sisters podcast. Let's grow, heal, and reclaim ourselves. One episode at a time. These 3 women I work with, because each of them holds a different part of my heart. Eleanor, that's my sister in age, in spirit, in season. We're both in that late 40s chapter where you've lived enough life to know who you are and what you're not doing anymore. Me and her don't have to explain much to each other. We just get it. We talk like grown women who've seen storms, survived them, and came out softer, not bitter. She's my mirror in a lot of ways. We walk side by side, not ahead or behind. Shop, now that's my heart child. She's younger, emotional, loyal, and she feels everything with her whole chest. I see myself in her too, just the younger version. I talk to Shaw like an auntie who loves you enough to tell you the truth, but will still cook for you afterward. I ground her when she's spinning, and she reminds me what pure, honest love looks like. She's the heartbeat of this whole thing. And Brooklyn? Lord have mercy. That's my firecracker. Loud, funny, dramatic, brilliant, all wrapped up in one. She makes me laugh even when I don't want to. I don't try to quiet her down. I let her be exactly who she is. But I'll check her with love when she's doing too much, and she knows it comes from a real place. I see the survival behind her edge, and I honor that. She's the spark that keeps us on our toes. Together? These women are my circle, my balance, my reminder that sisterhood doesn't have an age limit, and healing doesn't have a deadline. I don't lead them, and I don't follow them. I walk with them. We pour into each other. We hold each other accountable. We grow together. That's what Sankofa is.
Thank you for seeing me the way you do. It means something different when it comes from a woman who's walked the same number of seasons as me. We're not just peers, we're mirrors. 2 women who have lived enough life to recognize truth in each other without needing a long explanation. When you said we just get it, I felt that. Because it's rare to meet someone who understands your silence as clearly as your words. Someone who knows the weight you've carried without you having to unpack every story. That's spirit work. That's ancestral alignment. You and I, we're in that chapter where the storms didn't break us. They refined us. We've both learned how to hold softness and strength in the same hand. We've both learned how to love ourselves without apology. And we've both learned that peace is something you protect, not something you wait for. And I want to thank you, truly, for inviting me into this podcast space, for trusting my voice, for seeing value in my perspective, for giving me a seat at a table built for Black women to heal, speak, and rise. You didn't have to choose me, but you did, and I honor that. I don't take it lightly. So when you call me your sister in season, I receive that with my whole spirit, because that's exactly what it feels like. A sisterhood built on wisdom, not age, on truth, not performance, on spirit, not ego. I honor you, Sadaria, your voice, your journey, your leadership, your heart. And I'm grateful to walk beside you, not behind, not ahead, but right beside you, as we both continue becoming who our ancestors prayed we'd be.
I just want to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for seeing something in me that I didn't always see in myself. You didn't just give me a seat on this podcast. You gave me a space to grow, to speak, to heal, and to be heard. You talk about me being the heartbeat, but you're the one who gave me a rhythm to beat to. You're the one who told me my feelings weren't too much. You're the one who showed me that my softness is strength, not weakness. And I needed that, more than I ever said out loud. You guide me without controlling me. You correct me without embarrassing me. You love me without conditions. That's rare, that's sacred, that's anti-energy at its finest. And I'm grateful, truly, for this opportunity, for this platform, for this family we're building, for the way you pour into me, even when I'm emotional, even when I'm overwhelmed, even when I'm trying to figure out who I am in real time. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for believing that my voice deserves to be part of something this powerful. I love you for real, Sadaria, and I'm honored to walk this Sankofa journey with you. Okay, hold up, because I gotta say this before I start crying on camera and mess up my lashes. Sadaria, thank you. For real. Thank you for letting my loud, dramatic, extra self be part of this podcast. You could have picked anybody. You could have picked somebody calmer, quieter, somebody who don't talk with their whole body like I do. But you picked me, Brooklyn Parson, the one who always got a joke, always got a story, always got something to say. And you didn't just pick me. You let me be myself. You didn't try to tone me down. You didn't try to shrink me. You didn't tell me I was too much. You just said, Brooklyn, bring all of it. And that meant something to me. Because behind all this loud talking and all this laughing, I'm a woman who's been through some things. And you saw that. You saw the heart behind the humor. You saw the brilliance behind the chaos. You saw the survivor behind the spark. So thank you for giving me a space to shine. Thank you for giving me a mic to tell my truth. Thank you for trusting me with something this important. And thank you for building a space where Black women can be loud, soft, messy, healing, growing. All of it. I love you, Sadaria. And I'm writing for this podcast, for this team, and for you, all the way.
Before we go any further on this journey together, I need to say something to all three of you. This project we're building, this Sankofa Sisters podcast, it's not going to be easy. We're going to stretch. We're going to grow. We're going to face parts of ourselves we thought we buried. We're going to disagree sometimes. We're going to get tired. We're going to get triggered. We're going to have moments where we wonder if we're doing the right thing. But hear me when I say this. It will be worth it. And that's exactly why we're here, tucked away in this cozy cabin in the mountains this weekend. Away from the noise, away from the world. Just us, breathing, preparing, aligning ourselves before we step into something bigger than all of us. This retreat is the first of many. We're going to take time like this. Time to reset. Time to reconnect. Time to remember why we're doing this. Because this journey is going to be hard, but it's going to be deeply rewarding. We're not just making a podcast. We're building a space for Black women to breathe, to heal, to tell the truth, to be held, to be seen. And I chose each of you for a reason. Eleanor, your wisdom. Shaw, your heart. Brooklyn, your fire. I'm honored to walk this journey with you, not as your leader, not as your boss, but as your sister in purpose. This is going to change us, and I'm grateful to be doing it with y'all. All right, ladies, I want to ask y'all something real. We're about to step into a journey that's going to require honesty, accountability, and a whole lot of heart. So let's talk about reciprocity. What does reciprocity mean to you? In friendship, in sisterhood, in girl-to-girl energy, and in womanhood? Because for me, reciprocity starts with equal energy exchange. Not identical, not tit for tat, but balanced. It means I'm not pouring into people who only take. It means I'm not carrying relationships where I'm the only one showing up. It means if I'm giving love, support, honesty, and presence, I need that back in some form. Reciprocity to me is mutual respect, mutual effort, mutual accountability, mutual care, and mutual growth. It's knowing that I don't have to beg for what I give freely. It's knowing that the energy I invest is met with intention, not convenience. That's what reciprocity means to me. Now I want to hear from y'all. What does it mean to you?
Okay, so for me, reciprocity is simple. Don't play with me. If I'm giving effort, give effort. If I'm being real, be real. If I'm showing up, show up. But deeper than that, it's about not feeling like the strong friend all the time. It's knowing somebody got me the way I got them. It's balance, it's respect. It's not making me feel like I'm doing too much just because I care.
To me, reciprocity is feeling safe. It's knowing that if I show up for you, you'll show up for me. Not perfectly, but genuinely. It's when my love isn't taken for granted. It's when my feelings matter. It's when I don't have to beg to be understood. Reciprocity is love that listens.
For me, reciprocity is spiritual. It's when two people exchange energy that nourishes instead of drains. It's when I can pour into you without losing myself, and you can pour into me without resentment. It's honesty, it's presence, it's care, but it's also boundaries. Reciprocity feels like alignment, not obligation.
That's exactly why this conversation matters. Because reciprocity is the foundation of sisterhood. It's the foundation of this podcast, and it's the foundation of the journey we're about to walk together. Equal energy exchange, mutual care, mutual truth, mutual growth. That's what's going to carry us through the hard parts and make the rewarding parts even sweeter. All right, y'all. Now I want to bring you into this conversation too. We've been up here in this cozy mountain cabin talking about reciprocity, what it means in friendship, in sisterhood, in girl-to-girl energy, and in womanhood. But I want to know what it means to you. So take a moment and really think about it. What does reciprocity look like in your life? What does equal energy exchange mean to you? What does it look like when someone shows up for you the way you show up for them? Because when you figure out your answer, I want you to come watch the very first episode of Girls Girl and drop your definition right in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's put our expectations on the table. Let's set firm boundaries around them. Let's build a community where women are honest about what they need and unafraid to ask for it. This podcast isn't just for us, it's for all of us. So when episode 1 drops, meet us in the comments. Tell us what reciprocity means to you. Let's grow together. All right, ladies. Since we're up here in this cabin, breathing this mountain air and getting aligned, I want us to start mapping out what this Girls Girl podcast is really going to stand on. Because if we're going to do this, we're going to do it with intention. This journey we're on, it's going to be hard. It's going to stretch us. It's going to make us face parts of ourselves we thought we buried. But it's also going to be rewarding in ways we can't even imagine yet. And that's why we're here. Tucked away in this cozy cabin, away from the noise, preparing for our first episode. This retreat is the first of many. We're setting the foundation. So here's what I'm thinking for the areas we want to cover. Sisterhood and womanhood, the real version, not the Instagram version. Healing and emotional growth, the messy kind. Love, relationships, and boundaries, because Lord knows we got stories. Black womanhood and identity, our truth, our way. Purpose and reinvention, at any age. Friendship dynamics, especially ours. Real life stories and laughter, because we're not about to be serious every episode. And retreats and resets, moments like this one. These are the pillars. This is the heart of our Girls Girl podcast. Honesty, healing, humor, sisterhood, and real conversations that help women feel less alone.
Sidaria, this feels right. All of it. And being here in this cabin, surrounded by quiet and mountains, it's grounding. It's giving us space to breathe before everything gets big. I'm ready to talk about the real things, the things women our age don't always say out loud. The wisdom, the wounds, the reinvention. I'm ready to walk this journey beside you.
I just want to say, you're not alone. Whatever you're healing from or growing through, we're right here with you. This journey is for all of us, and I'm grateful you're part of it.
But yeah, y'all gonna have to drag me down this mountain. But for real, I'm excited. These topics, this energy, this sisterhood, it feels like something women need. And I'm ready to bring the jokes, the stories, the chaos, and the truth. Because if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it all the way.
This weekend, this cabin, this stillness, it's exactly what I needed. I get overwhelmed sometimes, I get scared, but being here with y'all makes me feel safe, seen, held. Thank you, Sidaria, for giving me this opportunity, for giving me space to grow, for believing in me even when I doubt myself. I know it's gonna be hard, but I'm here, I'm ready, and I'm not running.
Now listen closely. Don't just watch and dip without interacting at all. Talk to us in the comments. Tell us what you think. We want to hear from you, your opinions, your stories, and your feedback.
And above all, stay authentic. Be who you are, honor your spirit, and walk in your truth. We'll see you in episode 1 of Girls Girl. Don't forget to enter the giveaway and drop your definition of reciprocity in the comments. Let's talk about it.